Have you ever sat in your car, maybe in the driveway after a long day at work, and just stared at the steering wheel? You've got the job title, the steady paycheck, maybe even that house in the suburbs that everyone says is the dream. But there's a quiet, gnawing feeling in your gut that something is missing. It's a strange kind of emptiness, isn't it? You're standing on the peak of success, holding the trophy, and you feel less alive than when you started. Welcome to The Last Read, books for your ears, wisdom for your life. Today, we are unpacking a survival guide for that exact feeling. We are diving into David Brooks' transformative book, The Second Mountain. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't get left behind as we navigate these peaks and valleys together. Now, to understand where we're going, we have to understand where most of us start. Brooks calls it the first mountain. This is the cultural script we are handed at graduation. It tells us that life is a vertical climb, a solitary journey upward to build our resume virtues. We accumulate skills, wealth, and reputation. We hustle to separate ourselves from the pack. And look, there is nothing inherently wrong with the first mountain. We need to build an identity. But Brooks argues that the summit of this mountain is incredibly lonely. It's built on the ego. It's built on the idea that I am the center of the universe. And eventually, whether through a midlife crisis, a tragedy, or just a crushing sense of boredom, we fall off. Brooks calls this descent the valley.
For Brooks, this wasn't theoretical. Despite being a famous New York Times columnist, he found himself in a valley of his own. His marriage ended, his kids left home, and he felt humiliated and isolated. He realized he was rich in resume virtues, the things you list on LinkedIn, but bankrupt in eulogy virtues, the things people say about you at your funeral. Was he kind? Did he love well? He argues that this crash, this season of suffering, isn't a failure. It's a necessary feature of a meaningful life. Suffering breaks the shell of the ego. It forces a software reset on the soul. It's only when the ego is cracked open that we can stop caring about being impressive and start caring about being real. And that is where the second mountain begins. If the first mountain is about the expansion of the self, getting bigger, richer, more famous, the second mountain is about the dissolution of the self. It's about moving from happiness to joy. And there is a massive difference. Happiness is fleeting. It's what you feel when you get a promotion. It's a victory for the self. But joy? Joy happens when the barrier between you and another person melts away. It's a mother looking at her newborn, or a neighbor helping someone through a crisis. Joy is self-forgetfulness. So how do we stay on this second mountain? We can't just wait for lightning strikes of joy. We have to build a structure. Brooks says we do this through 4 massive commitments: vocation, marriage, philosophy, and community.
On the first mountain, we have careers and contracts. We keep our options open. But on the second mountain, we have vocation and covenants. We burn the ships. Think about that image, burning the ships. It means eliminating the exit strategy. In a second mountain marriage, you aren't making a deal for mutual benefit. You are surrendering your independence to build something larger than yourself. In a vocation, you aren't just doing a job for money. You're answering a call that you can't refuse. And this extends to our communities. We move from networking, which is transactional and thin, to weaving. We become the kind of people who treat neighbors like family. Brooks asks a terrifying but essential question to test this. Who would you call at 3 a.m.? If your life fell apart tonight, who shows up? A network doesn't pick up at 3 a.m. Only a weaver does. Someone you are thickly bound to by promises and shared vulnerability. Ultimately, the second mountain teaches us a paradox. We think we want freedom. We want to keep our options open. But Brooks argues that freedom is just a river you cross to get to the other side, so you can plant yourself. The good life isn't about having infinite choices. It's about making a promise to the few things that matter most and keeping it. It's about moving from the lonely peak of the ego to the rich, fertile valley of commitment. If you want to hold this map in your own hands, and I highly recommend you do, you can find the link to buy the second mountain right in the show notes. Thank you for climbing with us today. I'm your host, and this has been The Last Read. See you on the next episode.